Welcome guys, VCQ here. It's AoE 2 time. I'm gonna be jumping through the Age of Kings campaign. Where am I? It's Saladin. I've had multiple attempts at the Lion and the Demon, and I've come really close twice. And
the city of Acre.
oh,
Nearly 21 years have I ridden with Saladin. When word of the Saracen victory at Jerusalem reached Europe, another crusade was launched. The kings of the three most powerful nations in Europe, England, France, and the Holy Roman Empire, embarked for the Holy Land with hundreds of thousands of troops. Saladin knows that his most dangerous opponent is Richard the Lion-Hearted of England, a brilliant tactician who learned the art of war fighting against his own father. He builds colossal fortresses and fights always from the front lines, the ideal of a romantic warrior. Richard's army has come ashore near Acre. Much of Saladin's army is trapped in the city, while two monstrous English trebuchets pound at Acre's walls. If Richard can defeat our army here, then he can walk into Jerusalem unopposed. Saladin knows that this is the climax of his jihad. All the Crusader states have fallen. If the Saracens can hold onto Acre, then the Europeans will be forced to return home. If Acre falls, then the centuries-long nightmare of eternal war, raid and counter-raid begin again. All Saladin's victories will be for nothing.
okay. Now I'm in sort of two minds here. Attacking one of your enemies early can benefit you later on, but be careful venturing outside Acre's walls.
Let us give the infidel dogs of the West a sight the likes of which no son of Europe has ever seen.
Oh, I'm already behind the 8-ball. Okay, so... oh yeah, actually, almost forgot. I could build a shit ton of pikemen and send them up north, but... yeah, I'm not sure.
We shoot to kill.
And the idea is just to boom. This isn't gonna work out. Yeah, okay. I don't think a frontal assault... you know what? Maybe an attack here would work with some traps. Okay, I just want to do a bit of exploring super quick. Some cav will knock that out. Yeah, I think 2 traps will do it. Okay. I'm gonna do something a bit different.
Let us give the infidel dogs of the West a sight the likes of which no son of Europe has ever seen.
I'm gonna be a bit more aggressive this time around. Okay, so these guys...
We shoot to kill.
let's see if I can take out the French. I'm gonna change my strategy a little. I'm just still booming. Yeah, that's alright, that can stay there. So these are all on defense. Just need one more. Okay, so the idea is just to boom a shit ton. See if we can knock these French pain in the asses out. Start walling everything up. God damn, these hotkeys are so pitiful. Come back, you dickheads. Back. Actually working out okay. Okay, this is going good. Get those Frenchmen. That's fine. Franks are out. That's excellent. And that just keeps on happening because it keeps going to the walls. That's okay. So we're now ready to build. We're almost at pop. We just need to get all of this sorted. Hotkey is Z. I'm down here. That's not gonna work. Okay, so what we want to do then is we want to wall this up. Those Teutonic Knights are just ridiculous, and that's okay. Okay, so that's there. We can build a dock here, then wall the rest of it up. And the idea is just to wall everything up. Okay, we need more citizens.
Templars preparing to attack.
Okay, the Franks are out, so we got one less wanker to deal with. Once we get the stone, we're building it right here, and we're just going to go for it. Oops, not camels.
حسنا بناء صحيح بناء.
Okay, we're good to go.
عاملة منجم.
سأفعل. عامل منجم.
Where's the wonder? Okay, here we go.
Genoese warship sighted! Jerusalem heading for our walls!
Oh, I forgot to put 2 towers up here. Shit.
عاملة منجم.
Lion-hearted! He's attacking! Templars preparing to attack!
They destroyed that in seconds flat. I need to get rid of them. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna last.
حسنا حسنا سأفعل.
These guys are just idiots. Yeah, those guys are shitheads. Didn't even get a hit on him. Okay, those are the two we need to get. Getting there. Oh, there's still another one. Get that prick. Okay, it's almost there. We need to start walling this off.
Jerusalem heading for our walls! It's Richard the Lion-hearted! He's attacking!
عاملة منجم.
حطار عامل منجم.
حطابة تحت.
Templars preparing to attack!
بناءة.
Okay, this is good.
نعم. بناءة.
Get him. Get him.
Shah of Persia is sending reinforcements by transport.
نعم. بناءة. بناءة.
Okay, that's no good.
بناءة. نعم سأفعل. صحيح.
Genoese warship sighted!
Okay, so we're strengthening this side. Yeah, we got some elephants. They're just gonna hold ground here. Nothing's happened as of yet. Getting a bit more stone. So far so good there, just chipping away here.
Jerusalem heading for our walls! Templars preparing to attack!
So we just have to sit here and wait a bit. So many trebuchets.
نعم نعم
Okay, looks good.
نعم. بناءة. نعم.
عامل منجم.
بناءة. 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 بناءة.
So far, so good. Okay, so we can grab this, hoardings, we can grab a bit of conscription.
بناء.
عاملة منجم. عاملة منجم.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get there this time. Okay, maybe not.
نعم 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 حسن
It all goes to shit once they go through these walls. Okay, we got to be a bit more proactive here.
نعم سأفعل. صحيح. حسنا. حسنا. بناءة.
Templars preparing to attack.
Jerusalem heading for our walls.
Need a lot more gold. A lot more food. Okay, where are my villages? Wall this shit back up. Okay, your bubonic knights are gonna die. Elephants are putting in some huge work. Absolutely. Oh, shift click only creates 5 total, not 5 in both. Man,
Genoese warship sighted.
what a bunch of wank. Get conscription.
It's Richard the Lion-Hearted. He's attacking.
So far, so good.
Nam.
Okay, very good, very good.
Jerusalem heading for our walls.
Okay, I think we got it this time.
Nam.
Barring an absolute disaster. Holy shit.
نعم. بناءة.
They're gonna try and sneak through here. Gotta stay on top of it. Okay, so we got a lot of dudes over there. Okay, we'll wipe them out. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident now, but last time I still got shredded. confident I can hold from here.
Templars preparing to attack.
Get rid of it. Get rid of the... Yeah, get rid of the siege, bruh. Fantastic.
حسنا.
Everything's pretty solid.
عاملة منجم. مرممة.
Okay, this is nice and strong. The castle's holding here. Pretty happy with that. Trebuchet can still hit it from here, but it needs to get through here first. So we've got definite overkill, but that's okay. We definitely need it.
Genoese warship sighted.
It's Richard the Lion-Hearted. He's attacking.
Yeah, need to get rid of them. You can't move that quickly. Where the hell did you go? And we'll get rid of you. And that's
Jerusalem heading for our walls.
Okay, the Bubonic Knights are back.
حسنا. سأفعل. تحية.
That's not good. Give me knights or give me death. Okay, so this is holding. This is still pretty good. We just got to scramble. That's fine. Even if you come in here, you've still got a castle right on top of your ass. Okay, they're really coming for it now. That's alright, that can hold. Last time I got up to about 20 years and they were right here and they had trebuchets just slinging shit everywhere. So this time I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, literally everything. But this time it's not God's own sling. I got rid of them earlier. They just sort of all, I don't know what it is. The computer's just like, alright, where do I need to go? It's like right here. How do we get there? And it just is like, alright, destroy and execute everything. So now they'll go for this. Oh, even better.
Templars preparing to attack.
No, we're not even, yeah, we're not even going to bother with it.
سأفعل. عامل منجم.
So we're just going to hold. And wherever that breach of wall is, so we're going to be able to make it, I think. So they're really going for it this time, but I'm definitely going to hold. That'll take them way too long. That'll take them way too long. That'll go down, but nothing
Genoese
spectacular.
warship sighted.
That was fantastic. Hooray! I'm gonna get past this shit of a level. You got nothing. Shit, yeah. Good grief, that was such a pain in the ass, this level. Like, you cannot imagine. Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh, it's gold. Oh, I could have shipped a couple of dudes across and then just had free gold the whole time. See if I'm going to spare the resources for that though. Wiping out the French was a big deal because the French use a lot of bombards and a lot of paladins. The paladins not so much because you can sort of hold them up with a choke point, but the bombards, they would just wreck everything from everywhere and you couldn't do shit about it. What was up here? Probably could have smacked that a little bit more. Okay, so they're all on top of each other. In which case, the Knights Templar just keep sending rams at you. And a couple of knights. But that you can take out. That not as much. Oh, and the Teutonic Knights. Richard's a bit more well set up. He's got 2 damn castles. I'm expecting him to be somewhere on the map. But he is not anywhere. Oh yeah, and then you've got these guys. That you can get rid of, and that, but then trying to get rid of the rest of the dudes, nah, with the castle there, it's not really going to happen in my opinion. And there's your little outpost, they just ship you those elephants, which go to work on all of these dudes. This is nice because 16, okay, that's still 10, but the distance from the walls here to here, okay, can probably siege it, but then still needs to blast through these walls to make that ground to be able to get here. So I think I did everything right. In the event that they breach all these walls, you've got the 2 castles, and then I just keep walling, and then I can still just create Mameluke and sort of just spam them through there. The initial... Oh yeah, there's a bit of gold over here. Okay, so I think the idea... Because I tried this so many times at the start with, oh, we've got the resources to build a wonder, I'm never going to have the resources again. Let's build the wonder. And that just invited so much pressure very early on that I got my ass handed to me. Regardless of what I did. So then I was like, alright, I've got all these resources, how about we boom? And that was much better. Booming with the fishing ships and booming... Getting another town center here to be able to get your wonder up, because this one may go down. And having this here and building the wonder here was especially huge. They got to go through the whole city. And if you just put towers here, the towers will sink the ships. The castle's already here for the ships. It's real hard for these dudes to get all the way around in here because you've got tower, tower, keep. And if you plonk a castle here as well, it's especially difficult. So those war galleys aren't going to do shit. Okay, so here's really, really good for land and for sea. I did sort of build it here, but like there's a bit less space to go from here to here for the trebuchets. Adding walls here, here, double layering them was good. And then I was like, wow, that doesn't work because all these units just run straight through here, which is crazy because there's literally nothing there. It's just water, but for some reason it's interpreted as land. Here, same thing, they're trying to break through, so I was like, alright, how are they getting through after I've walled that off? Oh, they're coming in around here. So they're all just bypassed 3 layers of walls. I was like, okay, fine. Wall this up, double layer wall there, double layer wall there, double layer wall there, wall that all off. That way they actually physically finally cannot get in. It's better if you use gates because suppose there's a whole bunch of trebuchets and an army there, you can swing cab around the side, wreck the trebuchets, and that's pretty much all you need to do. You can get rid of capped rams with the onagers, so you just build an onager or 2 or a mangonel or whatever it is, and you can snipe those out of the way. Other mangonels, they're a bit of an issue, but they're not that strong siege-wise, so you can sort of just let that go for a little bit. But yeah, putting in some more cav, rush them around the back works as well. Still wasn't getting the job done because I agonizingly got 20 years twice, and they just was already halfway dead with the wonder, and I was like, nah, I can't hold out 20 years, and resigned in a fit of fury and frustration. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it might even be better to try a sneaky raid. And I was like, who would I raid on? Because I had tried it against Jerusalem, and the castle there stopped that. I was like, I'm not going to attack him because he's probably going to be really well set up. And the towers here, you can assault that, but if he's got villagers around the back, you're not really going to snipe all of them off with 2 castles lying around. This was a bit too entrenched in enemy territory, so I was like, alright, let's try one of these two up here. Didn't realize you were all the way up the back, so that's not touchable, but the Franks, they're a pretty good target. They build a lot of bombards and paladins. The bombards are especially annoying because they're like the mangonels or the onagers, but they're more, in my opinion, they fire quicker. They've got a bit more of brutishness to them, brute force. And I think the range is a bit bigger, if I'm not mistaken, but I probably am. The hand cannoneers are a pain in the ass too, because they just snipe everything that's kind of close to your archers, and then bang, they're all gone. So I was like, alright, let's try this, and ended up smacking them out, and I'm like, that's fantastic. Dealing with 4 enemies, 1, 2, 3, 4, is much better than dealing with 5. And then I was like, okay, now that I've got the defensive set up, all I gotta do is just keep pumping cav. Maybe a couple of Mameluke, just to sort of get everything everywhere. And then when the cav do rush in, I've got at least a couple of spears and some crossbows to snipe behind the walls. So I was feeling pretty well set up this time. When they hadn't even breached these walls and I still had 100 years left to go, I was like, alright, I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah, that one was a real headbanger for quite some time. There was probably at least 20 tries. The first 10 were just figuring out don't build the one to right at the start before I was like, alright, switch to a boom strategy and then see if we can just ever so slightly change it up and get a little bit closer each time, and it's sort of worked. You do need 1 or 2 towers here just to protect against any war galleys, because you still need that gold and that stone to be able to build extra walls, and to get a couple of extra towers up to defend just key locations. So if you can get 1 or 2 more extra castles up, that's huge. If you can get another couple of walls up, even if it's just a palisade wall just to slow the enemy down, that's huge as well. And then, yeah, the gold, obviously, for your units. So, oh, I am glad that is done.
The first year of my freedom. The fighting is over. The fire has gone out of Richard's lust for conquest. The 2 respected adversaries started speaking, finally, of peace. War is not gentle with men's health. Richard fell ill with a fever. Because he respected his enemy, Saladin sent Richard fruit and mountain snow to comfort him. Soon enough, Richard boarded a ship headed back to England. The Third Crusade is over. The final treaty was signed on September 2nd, 1192. By its terms, Jerusalem remains in Saracen hands, but Christian pilgrims are to be allowed to visit all the holy places freely and safely. It seems a fitting compromise to a war that has been fought over religion and land. The war is over, but I do not think I shall ever see Normandy again. I want to see the steel foundries in Damascus, and the gardens of the Caliph in Baghdad. I have never seen the mighty Crac de Chalier, now fallen fortress of the Knights Templar. The Holy Land has many wondrous sights, and I can spend a lifetime here. It is peace in the Holy Land, for the moment. Sadly, in a land so small, home to so many different cultures, birthplace of 3 of the world's great religions, I suspect that blood may one day stain the sand again.
And that puts a chapter to a close on Saladin. Does it say how many units I made? No, it doesn't. $95% of the map. So there we have it. That's the Saladin campaign completed. Next one will be Genghis Khan. Any questions, queries, or comments? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thanks for watching. Guys.